So, Steve, if I wanted to convert leads to really good bookings, what would you suggest?
Well, first of all, we're talking to complete strangers, and what we want to be doing is beginning to take an interest in other people's lives. And a really good booking normally is somebody that we know really, really well and are able to understand who they are as a person and how we can best use our skill to highlight those amazing things that we've found out about them. So, really, a, a great client tends to be somebody that we've built a really good relationship with. So, you've really got to take them on a journey of discovery. I think that most of the times the main issues come when we pick up the phone or make a phone call, or somebody's approached us and we make it all about ourselves. And we talk about our product and our pricing, and it's almost like somebody comes up and presses this button and we hit play and all this stuff comes out of our mouths. And we make it all about ourselves. And usually we make it all about prices and the minimum price and the average of what people spend, as opposed to I really need to get the brief, and I would really like to find out something, something about you that is going to exemplify who you are as a person, and use my skill to then bring that out and immortalize it for you in a piece of artwork. So it's totally about this journey of discovery with clients and taking an interest in them and making them important. So, if you're finding that most of your time spent on the phone with a client trying to convert them into a client is you talking at them, then it's much harder to convert clients. Whereas if it's a journey of discovery whereby you're asking them questions about themselves, and let's face it, who wants, when you meet somebody brand new, who wants to hear from one side all the time? I know that if I meet somebody and they're talking about themselves all the time, it doesn't engender this relationship that we need as photographers. So, as photographers, it's our job to get the brief. And in order to do that, we need to ask lots of questions about who they are and about what's important to them, so then that way we can get an understanding of who they are. When you follow that path, they naturally become clients. And because we have such a great understanding and we've gotten the brief, they're great clients to work with because they're excited. So if you believe that you're taking an inquiry and you're getting a client, then really you're not doing you're not keeping it as a personal relationship with your clients. What we should be doing is answering the phone and completing an excitement call. Now, the difference in terminology between an excitement call and an inquiry is very, very different. So if you pick up the phone and your purpose and the reason you pick up the phone is to excite that person so much about who you are, about what you can do for them, and to ask them all of the questions about who they are, and then are able to translate that into something that they can imagine and visualize, then that person is going to be totally excited about their journey with you. And it's totally about bringing them along with the journey. If you are just talking about yourself and your prices and your product and what most people do, people come to us for a personalized experience. If they wanted something generic, they would have gone to a more pixie photo standard, throw them in put your baby in a pot, throw a blanket over it. And it's not what most of my clients are wanting. We want to be discovering who these people are and what is it, what's unique about that person. I want to find out something that's inside you that you've forgotten over time, because life gets in the way and we totally forget who we are. insofar as we had this dream once, and if I can spark up that dream and bring it to life for you and totally represent you as who you really want to be, as opposed to what life has thrown at you and what your mum told you you can be and what your teachers put those limiting beliefs on you, and free you of that and totally represent you as the person you are, because we've had a conversation and we've built this relationship, then that person naturally becomes and wants our services so badly that they admit themselves as clients, and we're not having to push people into or trick people into booking with us. So I think taking people on a journey and physically being great at asking really good questions is absolutely essential to those people wanting our services, and almost they need to be at the point where they're begging us to book them in. And if we take them on that journey and we take an interest in them, that's what happens. So hope that answers your question, and get really good at asking great questions, because in most cases what happens on the phone with a lot of photographers who struggle getting clients is that all they do is talk about themselves and assume that a client only wants to hear about price. But until we take them on the journey and educate them on what value they get from what we do, then the price they've got nothing other than price to judge us on. So take them on the journey and have fun with your clients. Thanks, Cal.
Thanks, Steve. That's awesome.